What's up, Outlaw Nation? You finally did it. You finally got that pronghorn, that antelope, that old speed goat. You got it. You got that permit this year. You went to the rancher. You got it. You're going hunting. A lot of great spots to go in New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana. Everybody wants that speed goat. Stinky old speed goat. What's the best caliber? What caliber should you use to hunt this speed goat? Maybe this is your first time, or maybe your caliber that you had didn't work as well. So I'm gonna tell you right now what that caliber you should probably choose, or a few that you should think about. But first you have to subscribe, and you gotta watch it to the very end, so you can know what is the best caliber to get that antelope, pronghorn, speed goat, whatever you call it. All right, guys, so I have an extensive amount of antelope hunting. I think I've hunted antelope every year, since I've been like 8 years old. Like, since I could remember, antelope has just been a part of the West or New Mexico hunting where we are. There's just a bunch of antelope. You know, early on, we didn't have to have permits, then we did have to have permits, then we didn't have to have permits. And so, you know, we've just shot a lot of antelope. And I have got to have the privilege of seeing a lot of different calibers shot on these antelope. So what is the best? Man, there are a lot of options. So first thing is, it doesn't take one of these big super magnums to kill an antelope. So you don't really need a 7 mag, you don't need a 300 Win mag, you don't need a 338, you don't need any of that. And I think you're gonna find most of the time, it is a long shot, maybe the max 500-600 yards, but I think most antelope are 300 to 500 that I seem to shoot at or in. Like, it's, you know, 300-yard shot's pretty normal on an antelope. Before I got into long range hunting, I just shot, you know, a regular rifle with a 3x9 loophole, and that's what I used for years. There's probably no caliber that's wrong for antelope. You can do it with a 338 Norma, you can do it with a 6.5 Creedmoor, a 308, you can do it with any of those, but what I've found is, because antelope are very famous from being not moving to like full speed, right? Like everything is just fine, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're all gone. I remember seeing a guy shoot one time, and they had just taken off, and he killed an antelope, 2 antelope behind him. Wasn't the one that he wanted, still had to take it for harvest, wasn't what he wanted, but hey, you know, it's just part of hunting, right? But for me, what I've seen is I want something that is light, but fast. So my dad shot a 7mm Remington Magnum all of his life. Now, remember, we're talking 2 generations here. I'm 43 years old, my dad's 70 this year. My dad and my grandpa before him were the guys that said, I'm gonna buy 1 rifle, 1 shotgun, 1 pistol, and this is all I'm using forever, right? My grandpa, my dad, my uncle, me, both my brothers, and now my nephew are all shooting the same Remington 870 Wingmaster. And my dad's 7 mag that I'm talking about here, he got it the year I was born. It's 43 years old, it's the only gun he's ever hunted with. It's probably killed more deer than a lot of guns over the last 43 years, and 5 different hunters using it. What he would do is shoot that 120 grain bullet, because you could shoot the 120 grain bullet, and before it recoiled, watch it hit, it was so fast. Now, my favorite choice is, wait, I can't tell you yet. You're not done with the end of the video. Subscribe. Tell me what your favorite choice is. All right, I'm just jacking with you guys. My favorite choice is a 257 Weatherby. I've been a lover of a 257 Weatherby for a long time. I know a lot of guys don't like quarter bores. I really like them. I like them because that was the first gun that I knew of, a custom gun, when custom guns weren't cool in '92. When the first time I could remember that there was a possibility to have a custom gun was a 257 Weatherby. And so Roy Weatherby back at that time was like really popular. Weatherby rifles were the cream of the crop. Remington was what I knew, but Weatherby is what everybody wanted. And the 257 Weatherby, it just gets it, right? They've hot rodded them and done the 257 hot tamale, and that was an antelope killing sucker. But I think you shoot that 100 grain bullet. Be careful on specifically antelope that you don't follow the new heavy grain bullet rules. So I've tried to stay in front of the trends. So usually a year before, I'm working with some sort of a vendor trying to come out with something new that we promote that next year to the public, right? I've done that with bullet manufacturers, I've done it with some gun rifle manufacturers, and the new push right now is a heavy 257 Weatherby. So they want you to shoot that 133 grain Berger, the 131 Ace. I think they went out of business, but they want you to shoot that heavy bullet. When you do, it slows it down to where it's really close to shooting a 6.5 PRC. So good gun, yes. Kill very well, absolutely. But the purpose of 257 Weatherby was to shoot that light 100 grain bullet really, really fast, like 3,600 feet per second. And then the energy of that bullet hitting the animal, if you made a bad shot, it still knocked it out. When you made a good shot, it still knocked it out. So when you walked up to it, you could walk up, and if you made a bad shot, if you jerked it a little bit, if the wind blew a little too much, if that antelope took off running, it still knocks it out, and it gives you enough time to calm down, get another shot on them. So 257 Weatherby is like, to me, the antelope king. Maybe the 28 Nosler, which is really a 7 STW, like if you're breaking them down, just shoot the 150 grain bullet out of it. Shoot the lightest bullet they'll let you. If they'll let you shoot a 140, shoot the 140 out of it. See, we don't always have to shoot the most ballistic coefficient bullet for the bullet to do its job and do very well. That seems to be this common myth, is like, we have to have the heaviest bullet there is. Yes, for target shooting, we do. Yes, if we're trying to shoot something at 9,000 yards, so that it's essentially target shooting, the bullet tracks perfectly and hits where you want it to hit. But when it comes to killing in that 300, 400, 500 meter range right there, choose what kills really well, and it doesn't always have to be that really big bullet. And so if you go back to the reason like the 257 was built to shoot like that 85, 90, 100 grain bullet. You go back to the 7 STW, it was built to shoot a 150 grain bullet really flat and really fast. You go to the 30 Hart, it was made to shoot at 180 grain, which would now an equivalent be the 30 Nosler, shoot the 180 grain bullet at 3,450 feet per second, really fast and flat. You know, now we're jacking them up to 200 grain bullets so that they fly better, but the original design for them was fast and flat so that you didn't have to dial a lot. But when it comes to antelope, my experience is you don't have a lot of time to sit out there and jack with them, try to range them, get everything together, because they're usually moving. They're curious, but when they decide to move, they're gonna move. And the further you get into hunting season, the more when they see you, they run. So there's a lot of times you get out, find the antelope you want, touch it off, and you gotta find out where you are and touch him off and let him go. 257 Weatherby is excellent at that. That's my choice. That's what I would use. That's what I would use if I were you. The 257 Weatherby gets her done. If you guys really want to have a breakdown of the calibers and which ones are the best, I want you to watch this video. It should have blown up a little bit more than it did, but this is the best education that I can possibly give you, that I literally haven't had anybody argue with me over in the industry. I've had all my friends watch it and say, hey, if I said something out of bounds here, I'll just re-record the video and do it again. This is an excellent video. I don't know why it didn't take off, but I think there's a lot of education in this when it comes to you choosing your caliber. All right, guys, so antelope hunting to me is like normal, like it's just something that we do a lot. I think you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna really love it. It's a great introductory to West hunting. You don't have to walk a lot. You don't have to go, like you do travel a lot, but you don't have to like hump it a lot. And you know, antelope are just easy to hunt. Like I think it's a great challenging hunt because they move so fast, but they're, you know, you can find them, you can see them a long ways away. They're fun. That's a hunt you can take the whole family on, even if they're not hunters yet. So I love antelope hunting. I think you're gonna love it too. I don't think that you need to go necessarily buy a new gun, but if antelope hunting was what you were gonna do and you are budgeting for a new gun, you literally cannot go wrong with that 257 Weatherby. And I know that's an old choice because there are a lot more guns out there now with a lot more newer calibers, but you can still get ammo from Weatherby. You can still get ammo, I think, from Nosler. So you can still get the ammo and do really well with that 257 Weatherby. And I think if you get to shooting it, it'll probably be the funnest gun you ever shoot. You'll probably shoot it more than you shoot anything else. Anyway, guys, do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Hey, pass this out to your friends. 70% of you are watching, you're enjoying the videos, you're not commenting, you're not liking, and you're not subscribed, which kills me in the algorithm. So do me a favor, watch all my videos to the very end for me, then just push play and watch them again. Tell your wife to watch them, tell your kids, even if you're like, hey honey, I know you don't care nothing about this, push play while it's in the shower so I can get back in that algorithm. Hey, love you guys. Outlaw out.